Hello, everyone. This is Adam again. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. I do hope all you had a chipper and blessed day. Today, I got a box here that I'll flip around here shortly to share all the hidden treasures that I found in this box. As I sorted through it, I found about 20 or 30 cards for surely that I thought were worth the value of the box. And let me get my volume turned down on my laptop here. But anyways, sorry about my sinuses as well. But got a big old two-row box of cards here, all vintage, football and baseball. And I thumbed through there. And one of the first cards that caught my eye was a Thurman Munson Gold Cup, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to just kind of flip the camera around. And let's just see everything I kind of got. What's up, Vintage Goats, aka Keegan? What's up, Marvel Madness? Let me get you a wrench. Like giving everybody a wrench allows everybody to have the opportunity to click on other people's names and maybe sit there and check out other people's channels. So Keegan, you might want to jump on Marvel's Madness bus and uh, and then vice versa. Love to sit there and get people new subs and so on and so forth. I'm gonna flip this camera around, let y'all sit there and see what I got going on here though. Let's see, settings, camera, back of the camera. So here's the receipt right there. After taxes, it was 549. So I kind of actually, I guess, spent 500 bucks on this box of vintage. But as well, I went to the card shop today because one of my friends works there. Kind of showed me pictures of these two cards there. So he works there, and I bought these cards off of him, these two books, and I'll show you what they are. So I got a Nolan Ryan, Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer, Burt Blyleven, Tom Glavine, Pedro Martinez, Greg Maddux, and Roger Clemens. So it has two Braves Hall of Fame pitchers on there. Of course, eight of the best pitchers of all time right there on one epic card. And it's numbered to 10. I need to get a new case for it, but that's still a beauty of a card. So I went there to pick up that. And then as well, got my boy Chipper Jones on there. I know Mr. Keegan is not the biggest fan of Chipper Jones, but I am, and that's one of my big PCs. But this one also has Jeff Bagwell, Frank Thomas, Ryan Sandberg, Ken Griffey Jr., Don Mattingly, Ricky Henderson, aka the Man of Steel, and then Ichiro. So I just thought those two cards were epic, and they both had Braves players on them. So I sat there and said, let me sit there and snag those up. What's up, BC Sports Cards? Hopefully everyone is having a chipper night, a blessed night. But I'm gonna just start taking stacks of these cards out. Oh, there was some hockey cards here as well. So what my kind of goal is for this box here is to pull out anybody that TTMs. If y'all don't know, I love to sit there and send cards out in the mail and have them autographed. So that's what I'll do. And then I'll go through here and try to find Hall of Famers, and I'll pull them out and decide whether I need them in my collection or not. Now, with hockey players, I'm not 100% positive if some of these guys are Hall of Famers or not. Now, some I will know. Like I know Guy Lafleur, he's a Hall of Famer. Phil Esposito, he's a Hall of Famer. Brad Park, he's a Hall of Famer. Not sure how to pronounce his name, but I know he's a Hall of Famer. Another Brad Park, I know he's a Hall of Famer. And then once again, there's a couple of those guys there, or Mr. Plante. So I'll sit there and just kind of sort through these cards and maybe have one of my hockey brothers on. What's up, Fabian? Fabian, this is probably middle of the day for you, huh? Ken Dryden and Bernie Parent. But here's one of the cards I sit there and saw out of the hockey cards, Mr. Marcel Dion. Now I know he's a Hall of Famer and he does definitely TTM. So that's gonna look good with some TTM ink on it. Fabian TTMs too, y'all. So Check out his channel for me as well. I love his accent. He's from lives in France or whatnot, and just to hear people's accents and stuff, I just think it's cool because I got like a Southern accent, so he probably thinks something similar. Hey, what's up, Robert? I just love hearing different people around the world loving and doing the same thing that I love to do, and so on and so forth. So it's really cool. So I know Lynn Dickey, he TTMs. I went ahead and sorted some of these as I started digging through this box. I started putting a stack of cards out that I was going to see if I could maybe buy. Then I started sorting through the box, so I was going to make an offer on the TTM fuel if they wasn't going to give me a decent price on the box. But I think there's like maybe 700 cards in here total. So I got all these cards for less than $1 a piece. And BC, Mr. Bart as well, TTMs as well. So I got two TTMers in here. That's correct. So, but Ahmad Rashad, I done got him back here recently. Just sent out to Jim Zorn, so I'll have to wait a little bit on him. Bob Trumpy, I've sent to him before. Bobby Bell, he's a Hall of Famer. I've sent to him before. He TTMs. Jan Stanaroot, Hall of Fame kicker. He TTMs. Billy Williams, Cubbies. He TTMs. Mr. BC, ain't you a Cubby fan? Bob Greasy, Hall of Famer, TTMs. Roger Worley, Hall of Famer, he TTMs. Jackie Smith, Hall of Famer, TTM. Check how beautiful these cards are. These are going to look good with autographs on them. I think vintage cards, especially vintage football and hockey, was just made for TTMing. Dick LeBeau, LeBeau, however you pronounce it. I think it's Dick LeBeau, though, and he TTMs. Ahmad Rashad again, so I'll be able to sit there and send out that. Jim Hart, quarterback for the Cardinals. He TTMs. I sent to him before. There's another Bobby Bell. Mel Renfro, he's a Hall of Famer for the Cowboys. Dan Deerdorf, he's a Hall of Famer. I got one that sent out to him, and I haven't gotten it back yet, so not sure if he stopped TTMing again because he's done that before. Ken Houston, he's a Hall of Famer. I got some TTM out to him right now. Ted Hendricks, I've gotten one back from him in the past. Charlie Joyner, he's a Hall of Famer, TTMs. Bob Lilly, he's a Hall of Famer. I think I got a card out to him. Not sure if it's back or whatnot as well. So I got to see if he's TTMing right now. Sit there and got Larry Little. He's a Hall of Famer. He TTMs. Paul Krause, he TTMs. Dan Fouts, Hall of Famer. He TTMs. There's another Dan Deerdorf. And Joe Ferguson. He was played for the Buffalo Bills when they were not so good, but he was a really good quarterback. He was kind of like Archie Manning. Really good quarterback, just played for a really bad team. And he also was an Arkansas Razorback. Of course, I'm from Arkansas. Love my Razorbacks. And he was a really good quarterback. Uh, I don't know if he TTMs or not. So some of these are just kind of gotten thrown on top of each other or whatnot in this box when I started putting stuff back in to each other. Speaking of Archie Manning, he does TTM and bam. Willie Martinez from my Braves, he TTMs. Fergie Jenkins, he TTMs. There's another Jackie Smith, he TTMs. Eddie Fisher, TTMs, if he's still alive. I have to check and see if he's still alive. A couple of these guys might have passed, especially with these vintage. I know Ron Hansen does and still is alive because I sent to him here recently. Same thing with J.C. Martin. Got a couple of him. He's alive in TTMs. Ron Hansen, there's another one. George Altman. This is a 1960s card, y'all. I got some 59s and 60s in here that I know definitely TTMs. That's crazy. What's up, Melodope? Everybody check out his channel for me as well if you're not familiar with him. George Altman again. Not sure if Kurt Simmons does, so I'll have to check that out. Eric Dickerson, he TTMs, Hall of Famer, one of the legendary running backs. There's another Larry Little, TTMs. Charlie Joyner, Hall of Famer. Ken Anderson was a really good quarterback. Just played for the Bengals back then. And of course, when he played for the Bengals, they really wasn't the best of teams. Another Charlie Joyner. Mel Renfro, Hall of Famer again. TTMs. Bob Greasy again. Larry Wilson, don't know about him. Mel Renfro does. Hall of Famer. Burt Blyleven, Hall of Famer. Steve Largent, Hall of Famer. All these in this stack right here already TTMs. And just a couple that I'm not sure about. Boomer Esiason, rookie card, TTMs. Kurt signs. Kurt Simmons. Okay, cool. Thank you for the intel. I'll put him over here. Nick Levitt, Detroit Red Wings. Another hockey over there. All right, some vintage football again. Greg Landry, Floyd Little, Dwayne Thomas, Terry Handready or whatever, Ray Ogden. Now, I think these are like 50s, y'all, is what's crazy. Don't say the date on them. Mike Tillman, Dan Lloyd. Regardless, my thought process is that if I can get close enough to maybe completing this set or whatnot, might just try to complete a vintage football set. If not, maybe get a good chunk of these guys that may or may not TTM. But regardless, some really cool cards to use for trade, for somebody that loves this vintage football. Maybe get some more TTM fuel. Mike Curtis, Richie Pettiborn for my Bears, Gary Harrison, Tom Nawawatazaki, however you pronounce that, Grady Alderman. Check how beautiful these cards are, man. Just vintage football, like I said, is beautiful. Just imagine blue ink on top of these cards, or even black. Bob Brown, Bill Ashbury. What's up, Miss Bobby? Welcome to the show. What's up, Brando? Sit there. I just bought this beautiful box of vintage today, Brandon. Everybody else that just popped in. And I sat there and wanted to share it. I paid $500 plus tax for the box. I went to the card shop today because one of my friends that works there picked these two up. So I was just meeting them at work to snag these. Got a Nolan Ryan, Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer, Burt Blyleven, Clemens, Maddox, Martinez, Glavin, number to 10 book. And then my boy Chipper Jones, along with Frank Thomas, Bagwell, Sandberg, Griffey Jr., Mattingly, Ricky Henderson, and Ichiro. This one is numbered to 15. So I picked those two up, and then I started looking at this box over here. I said, let me thumb through it right quick, see what it's about. And found some vintage hockey, football, and football, baseball, and hockey. So I'm thumbing through it, see who TTMs that I know right off the top of my head, and the rest of these I'll have to check later. But this football, I mean, they all look like they should be in about 4 to 6 condition. They're not bad for being just thrown over into a 2-row box. Y'all, Brandon is one of the nicest guys y'all ever meet in this community. Please do check him out. Miss Bobby Canalano is one of the nicest people in this community as well. She sat there and basically supports this community, by going into all the live streams, chatting, and so on and so forth, and makes some wonderful videos of her own too. So please check her out. Durkee, J.R. Wilburn, Hedrick, Heyman. If any of y'all are familiar with any of these players and whatnot, know if they're Hall of Famers, let me know. Some of these vintage football players I just don't know, about. Sometimes buying up these lots and so on and so forth, and then checking if they TTM or not, I find out, hey, these guys are Hall of Famers, you know. So, Killerman, Billy Gambrell, Greg Larson, Paul Guidry, Ori Jefferson, Alex Karras. He was also an actor, y'all. If y'all know what he sit there and did as an actor, put it in the comments. What's up, Eloy? What's up, Pick Six Cards? Got Mr. Fred Hill for the Eagles, Billy Lothridge for the Falcons, Bob Vogel, Jim Marshall. So let's get to some baseball too. What's up, Mr. Sensei? So I got Billy Martin, Hall of Famer, Brooks Robinson, Hall of Famer, Joe Morgan, Hall of Famer, Bill Freehand, a really good player, not a Hall of Famer. Got this Eddie Stanky. I always thought that was a really cool name on the beautiful 52 Bowman. And that's in really nice condition too, y'all, for a 52 Bowman. Jim Fregosi for the 72 Tops. Frank Robinson, Hall of Famer. Red Shandist. Uh, not sure my pronunciation is coming across very well, but Cesar Sandano, really good ball player as well. Bob Oliver. Check out the picture, the pose on that card. They got him posing out there like he's stretching out for a fly ball. Got the palm trees in the back there. Just a really cool pick. Mr. Harmon Killebrew and the in action. Got Carl Yastrzemski in action. Got Cleon Jones. He TTMs for $5 a piece, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Put him in the TTM pile. Johnny Bench, Dick Allen. Dick Allen should be a Hall of Famer. Johnny Bench is. Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver times two. Carl Yastrzemski in action. So if any of y'all see any of these dupes that y'all might be interested in, I love to trade. I don't like to make people buy money or pay for money when we could just do a trade. So if you see any of these things I have duplicates in, I'm definitely going to be looking to trade. Look at the beautiful 69 Don Drysdale. Got Pops on the 69, Willie Stargell. That's a beautiful card. Bill White is a Hall of Famer. Sit there and later on became the president, I think, of the National League or whatnot. He was one of the presidents of the league, one of the different leagues, and became a Hall of Famer via that. Leo Drocher, Hall of Famer on the 52. Bowman. Bam. Later, Miss Bobby. Have a blessed and wonderful night. Take care. Stay chipper. Got Mr. Killen Winslow. Believe he's a Hall of Famer. And Sweetness, Walter Payton. I definitely know he's a Hall of Famer. And I definitely know I have that card in my collection already. It's kind of got a little stain. No, wait a minute. The card is not stained. That is the top loader. Check out how beautiful that card is. So that is a duplicate. Got a Lou Brock on the 74 Tops. Brooks Robinson. Al Kaline. Shout out to Sticks G. Miss Lisa Z. Big Tigers fans. Got a couple more hockey cards here. Got the little Edmonton Oilers. I was rooting for them to win the Stanley Cup. Just wanted to sit there and see a Canadian team win it after not winning it in a little bit of time. And a big Connor McDavid fan too. That dude is just an amazing player. So Just was rooting for them. Then I got a Mike Bossy, Hall of Famer. Dennis Eckersley, he TTMs. But I believe I already got this copy signed before. I'll go ahead and put it in my TTM pile just to be safe. Got Bill Melton on the 72. Orlando Cepeda, he does definitely TTM. And I got two of those. Dale Maxville, I've gotten him back before TTM, so that's cool. I know he TTM. What's up, DK? Welcome to the show. Denny McLean sits there, and I believe he's the last pitcher ever to pitch and win 30 games in a season. There it is, 31-6. Got Rennie Stennett. Oh, Denny McLean, I think, does TTM for a fee or through one of those signing agencies, if I'm not mistaken. Raleigh Fingers, TTM. Boog Powell, sit there, was a really great player for the Orioles back in the day. Jim Lawnberg, if somebody can tell me in the chat what one of his career accomplishments, not necessarily an accomplishment, but something other he's known for in his career. He gave up the last career home run of a legendary baseball player. Which legendary baseball player was that? And he TTMs too. Tommy Agee for the Mets. George Foster, a really good player. Some people think he should be in the Hall of Famer, and he does TTM. Felipe Alou. Tommy John, he TTMs. And of course, he's famous for his surgery that he's known by now. I know he gave up Mickey Mantle's last career home run. Did he give up Hank Aaron's as well? Wes Parker for the Dodgers. Shout out to Brandon, big Dodgers fan. Dave Concepcion, not a Hall of Famer, but once again, another player some people think should be a Hall of Famer. I'm probably one of them. Mr. Gaylord Perry is a Hall of Famer, and he did TTM when he was still here with us. George Meadowall, he TTMs. Mr. Clay Carroll played for my Braves at one point in time and does TTM. Mr. Louis Aparicio, TTM, no, doesn't TTM, should I say. He did when he was and I think the trivia question now, since Willie Mays passed away, he is actually the oldest living Hall of Famer now. Just a little bit of tidbit trivia for y'all. He is now the oldest living Hall of Famer, Mr. Louis Aparicio. And he was born in 34, April 29, 34. So he is 66 plus 24. So 90 years old, if I'm doing my math correctly. Times 2. Steve Blass. Earl Weaver, Hall of Fame coach. Mel Stoudemire had a couple of sons that pitched in the major leagues as well. Mr. Steve Stone. Bill Rigney. I think he's passed away, but he used to TTM. Ed Kranepool. Just got him back on a TTM here recently. So I know he does. Dave Kingman does. Mr. Tug McGraw. Tim McGraw's dad. Yes, the country singer's dad. Mr. Willie Davis. A lot of people, I don't know, I've heard, not a lot of people, I've heard one or two people say he was a really good player and possibly, borderline Hall of Very Good. I didn't get to watch him play, so I'm not going to sit there and go that route. Looking at his stats, unless he was really good defensively, I would sit there and say probably not. So, what's up, Mr. Steve? Mr. Steve, let me get my mouse here wherever I put it and get you a ranch. Y'all please check out him. He's a big Braves fan. Sit there and loves some cards just like the rest of us. I know he collects a little bit of everything. I'm sitting there and blessed. I'm on the right side of the ground. Get to sit there and look at all this awesome cardboard and sit there and hang out with y'all awesome folks. Got a Hall of Famer here, Mr. Don Sutton, on that beautiful 72 tops. Look at the glove. I love this card. Just some really cool vintage here, y'all. Got Jim Hickman. Got Mr. Wilbur Wood. He TTM'd, I believe he's passed away now or stopped TTMing, one of the two. Got Mr. Phil Necro, Hall of Famer for my Bravos. Mo Jabowski. Sal Bando. Got an Al Kaline. That's seen better days. That card has definitely got some creases. I know this thing is all scratched up, but got Hall of Famer Tony Oliva on the 75 ×2. Bill O'Dell on the 61. Tony Oliva on the 76. Nolan Ryan on the 77 record breaker. Another Tony Oliva on the 76. Dave Kingman on the 72. Richie Allen or Dick Allen on the 72. Rod Carew on the Sporting News. Preston Gomez. Got a Detroit Tigers team card there. 75, Tony Oliva again, ×2 more. Harmon Killebrew on the 64, kind of in rough shape, but still, can't complain about vintage cards, especially when I got them all for less than $1 a piece. Got a Lou Brock on the 72. Some more football here. Greg Landry, Bill Van Housen, Carl Garrett, Ron Johnson, Richard Neal, Forrest Blue, Bobby Douglas, he TTMs. Gene Washington, he TTMs. Got a nice new little stack here. Kellen Winslow, Walter Payton, Ty Cobb, Hornsby, Lou Brock, Jim Catfish Hunter, Rich Gossage, or Goose Gossage, he TTMs. Bill Matlock and George Brett. George Brett. George Brett and Ken Brett, his brother. Another George Brett on the 79 there. Then I got the 80 Brett. Mr. Carlton Fisk. Herb Score. Got some 62 here, y'all. Carmelo Carrion. Joe Cunningham. Juan Pizarro. Charlie Smith. Al Smith. I'm hoping some more of these guys TTM or whatnot because there's a bunch of really cool cards here, y'all. I can't even get these two next ones apart. Let me put that stack down. There we go. Russ Kiemeyer. Fred Stamp or Jerry Staley on the 61. J.C. Martin. There's a rookie card of J.C. Martin, and he TTMs. Earl Torgerson. Kyle McLish. Al Smith. Herb Score. Juan Pizarro. Winston Brown. Turk Lowen. Rory Sievers, got Mr. Dan Marino, John Elway, Lou Whitaker should be a Hall of Famer, and he TTM, so put that in the TTM pile. Steve Young. Let's see, Walter Payton. Sorry, I'm trying to get a new stack available here to where I'm not knocking everything over or steadily moving. Terry Bradshaw, LT, Al Weiss, Ty Cobb, Rod Carew, Joe Morgan, Mr. Dan Marino again, Steve Young, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, John Elway, Steve Largent, he TTMs, Terry Bradshaw, Walter, Mr. Eric Dickerson again, he TTMs, Walter again, Franco Harris. Just look at all the Hall of Famers. There's Hall of Famers in here everywhere. Bill Pierce, Buck Buchanan, Otis Taylor, Mel Farr, Lee Roy Jordan. I know he's a Hall of Famer. Green Bay Packers, shout out to Sticks G again. Ernie Ladd, Chuck Foreman, Jack Reynolds, Glenn Hobie, Al Heist, Jim Brewer, Frank Thomas, he TTM, but he's passed away. Cardell and Hobby, Dick Ellsworth, Dick Bertel, Dick Droft, Walt Walt Mourn. And the 1960 top set is my favorite set. I'm actually going to sit there and see if I can't one day finish this set off. Art Schultz, Frank Thomas, Dick Ellsworth, Bob Will, Art Ciceriolo, Sammy Taylor, Harry Bright, Vince Law, he TTMs, Dave Goetz, I know he TTMs, Jim Palmer, he TTMs, Steve Carlton, TTMs. I need to find out about Dennis Leonard. I think he's passed away, though. So if all four of those were TTM, I'd probably try to go after that card. I might go after that one. George Foster and Jim Rice, both TTMs. And I just got Jim Rice rookie card back in on my last TTM video. Jim Rice, Fergie Jenkins. Did y'all know he was a Red Sox pitcher for the Red Sox, too? That's right there is proof if you didn't. I can get these two cards to separate now without bending them. Another Fergie there. Another George Brett on the 80 there. Paul Molitor, he TTMs. Mike Schmidt, he'll sit there and have a secretary sign it for you. Won't TTM it for you, though. Robin Yount, I'm going to get to go to a card show later this year, and he will be there signing autographs. So I'm going to get a couple of rookie cards of his signed and an autographed baseball is my game plan. It's one per person. So I'm taking my woman and one of my daughters. The other daughter wouldn't do that for me or help me out like that, but the other one would. So the other one's done gotten too big for the britches. Reggie Jackson, Tony Perez. If y'all sit there and seen a card so far that's your favorite, let me know in the comments, please. Mr. Larry Zonka. Sit there and very proud of the fact that he is the only team ever to go to 17-0. Alan Page, a Hall of Famer. Bob Greasy, Hall of Famer. Richie Pettiborn for my Bears. Livingston for the Bears. Lynn Dawson. Marv Woodson. I wonder if he's related to Rod Woodson and, et cetera, et cetera. Sam Baker. George Sammies. Larry Garon. Larry Wilson. Dave Williams. Corey Hilton. Bob Talamina. Ron Bull. Leroy Jordan. Once again, Hall of Famer. Bill Brown. Joe Morrison. Joe Scaparita. Roy Sievers. Kermit Alexander. Leroy Mitchell. Ben Davis. Mike Clark. Jim Gibbons. Whoops. Gibbons down. Fumble. Dave Robinson. Just check out how beautiful these cards are, man. I know keep saying that, but I just love the colors on these cards, y'all. Ron Yeri. Bill Olds. Pops Willie Stargell. Lou Brock. Jim Tomey. I believe that's his rookie card, y'all. A Jim Tomey rookie card, y'all. Mike Schmidt. George Brett. Reggie. Dave Winfield. Mookie Wilson. And once again, Joe Ferguson, he TTMs. Jack Youngblood, he TTMs and is a Hall of Famer. Calvin Hill. Willie Brown. Alan Page, Hall of Famer. John Riggins, Hall of Famer. Another Boomer Esiason rookie card. Bernie Kosar rookie card. Walter. Eric Dickerson again. Terry Bradshaw. Steve Largent. That's where we're at on our box so far. Still got a little ways to go. The little four-player card back there has Walter Payton on it. Let's go. My Bears card there. Ken Hubbs. Cal Kuntz. These are 63s right here, y'all. Jimmy Schaefer. Paul Warfield. Lou Burdett. He also played for my Braves at one point in time. Got some beautiful 59 tops here. Shout out to Liam over Junior Baseball Fanatic 12. He is trying to complete this 59 set. So, Mr. Liam, if for some reason you pop in and see any of these that you need for your set, please do let me know. Jerry Kendall, Bob Will, Mo Jabowski, Dale Long. I think he played for the Braves at one point in time, too. I could be wrong, though. Bobby Thompson. I don't know if you ever heard the shot that was heard around the world, but he's the one that hit that famous home run. John Berzart. Marcelino Salas. Dave Hillman. Dolan Nichols. Earl Averill. Glenn Hodges. Cal Neiman. Al Dart. Milt Morin. Keith Lincoln. Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw. Franco Harris. Dan Fouts. Bubba Smith. Floyd Little. Emmett Thomas. Jim Lynch. Billy Lothridge. Earl Chandler. Bobby Bell, TTMs. Gerald Wilson. Joey Johnston. Greg Shepard. And the Red Wings there. Put that hockey over there in the same pile. Got to my 58s here, y'all. Loving this. Tony Taylor. Sam Taylor. Jerry Kendall. Bobby Adams. Sam Esposito. Definitely going to be checking this vintage out real quick to see if these guys TTM. Because you just never know if when they might be passing away. So if any TTMs, I got to get them out in the mail quick. Dick Donovan, Bob Keegan, Al Smith, Jim Wilson, Earl Torgerson, Jim Landis, Ray Moore, Chuck Tanner, Lou Jackson, Bob Trumpy, he TTMs, Lydell Mitchell, he TTMs, if I'm not mistaken. Leroy Jordan, the Hall of Famer. Harold Jackson, John Halo, I think he TTM'd. Craig Morton, I think he's a ESPN announcer. You might have heard of Craig Morton. I think that's him. Maybe wrong. Maybe I'm getting those guys confused. John Brockington, Norm Snead. I think there's a golfer that was named Norm Snead that was a legendary Hall of Fame type golfer back in the day. Jim Keek. Not going to try to pronounce that, guys. Tom Dempsey. There's Brockington again. Hopefully he TTMs. It looks like I got a few of his cards. Mel Gray. Pastorino. Harold Jackson. Greg Landry. Noticed a few of his as well. Hopefully he TTMs. But I have to check all those out. Willie Lanier, Carl Eller, and then Dan Deerdorf. I believe that's possibly his rookie card. But I can't remember what his rookie card was. Robin Yount on a beater. Check out the beautiful. That's beautiful. Comps 15 and 30. What somebody wrote on that one. Hank Byer. Or Rusty Stott. Sparky Lyle. He TTMs for a fee. Not going to pay it. Hack Wilson and Hank Aaron. Ty Cobb, Hornsby again. Chris Chambliss. TTMs. Goose. Steve Garvey should be a Hall of Famer. Jim Cott. He TTMs. Hall of Famer. Joe Morgan. Gaylord Perry. Hall of Famers on that tough 71 set. Not seeing no creases and decent corners on these cards. Wow. Alex Johnson, Bud Daly. Got a Hall of Fame rookie card there of Jim Rice. Hall of Fame rookie card, y'all. Probably going to send that out for TTM. Just got one back, but probably going to send that out eventually. Bob Bolin, Carl Yastrzemski, Cliff Harris. Oh, LT. Al Oliver. Really good player. Check out that beautiful 54. Connie Ryan, Rod Carew. Charlie James, Vern Law, ETTMs, Dave Concepcion, Reggie Jackson. All right, y'all, I'm pulling out these, which will get me one whole row completely done. Let's go. So there, and that is a rookie card of an Eagles player. Bam. Some nice vintage there. Got a little Mean Joe Green. Ron Reed, he TTMs. And he TTMs for a charity. He asks and requests a donation, but it goes to a summer camp for underprivileged kids or something of the sort of maybe kids in needs or whatnot. Larry Zonka, Hall of Fame. Another Jim Zorn. Lee Ward Kelly, he's a Hall of Fame football player. And he TTMs. Let's go. Rick Correll, TTMs. Another Ron Reed. TTMs. Buzz Capra for my Braves, TTMs. Buck Martinez, all the, let's see, the Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays, sit there, and he's been long-time announcer for them, and he TTMs. Got Mr. Phil Rizzuto, loving, digging that card, Hall of Famer. Got Lee May, Hank Aaron, Willie Stargell, 2 Hall of Famers on that card. Let's go. Don Drysdale on the 62. Ernie Witt, he TTMs. Dale Murphy, bam. Lance Allworth, nicknamed the Bambi, Hall of Famer. Jim Plunkett, should be a Hall of Famer, I guess, to some people's mindset. Fred Blitnikoff has got an award in college football named after him. There's Bambi again. Fran Tarkenton, Hall of Famer. Bill Hands, George Middlewall, TTMs. J.R. Richard, great talent, just sits there and wasn't able to sit there and get the opportunity to sit there and showcase it due to some demons. I think he TTM, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in there. Ken Holtzman, I think he's passed away, but he did TTM at one point in time. Steve Swisher, Jerry Morales, Mike Hargrove, Steve Stone, Ivan DeZehus, Mike Kruko, Art Howe, he TTMs, Mike Smith again. Mr. Johnny Bench, ×2, Rock Carew. Y'all, by the way, I'm putting together a little stack of some of these, and we're going to do a little giveaway at the end. So please do stick around. I got a stack of 5 or 6 Hall of Famers that I sat there and started paying attention, and I started seeing dupes. I started pulling one to the side so I could put it in a nice little giveaway. All right, Carl Yastrzemski, George Brett, Jim Palmer, he TTMs, Andre Dawson, he TTMs, Alan Trammell, sat there, Secretary Signer, Hack, and Hank Aaron. I've seen this card twice and seen that card twice. So let's go ahead and give away a copy of each of those in the stack. I'm losing cards, y'all. All right, I'm back. Nolan Ryan and Walter Johnson, Mike Schmidt, Richard Todd, Harvey Martin for the Cowboys, Ben Davidson, Eddie Murray, Lou Brock, Carlton Fisk, Joe Morgan, Paul Molitor, he TTM, Steve Carlton, TTMs, Dave Winfield, Dale Murphy, Robin Yount, Tom Seaver, Terrific Tom, Hall of Famer, duplicate. Let's see, that's a little bit more centered. So yes, I'm going to keep the centered copy. Leroy Selman, Rick Upchurch, Fred Geyer. He played in the TV show Hunter. Loved that show growing up, and did not know he was a football player when I first started watching. I think my dad told me or somebody. I looked it up and thought that was even more cooler, and so on and so forth. I've gotten him TTM'd a few times now. A duplicate, so let's give away a TTM fuel. Even though he's not a Hall of Famer, I'm gonna put him in there in case one of y'all TTMers would like to win this pile. Y'all can send that out for TTM if you like. Horatio Pina, Jack Acker, he TTMs for a fee. Done gotten him back a couple times, so I'm not going to try to send to him again. Tommy Kramer, Don Maynard, Alex Karras again. There we go. Bullet Bob Hayes, track star, football. Larry Zonka again, ×2. Daryl LaMonica, George Blanda, Johnny Rowland, Jim Catfish Hunter and Buzz Capra. Got Jack Snow. Look at that picture. Mike Morgan, Ernie White, Errol Linden, Gene Washington, I think he TTMs. Dave Costa, Mitchell, Gino Cappelletta. I'm not sure. I know there's a Cappelletta that won the Heisman Trophy, and he TTMs. I'm not sure if it's this guy or not. So I'll just put him to the side. Got some more sweet looking vintage here, y'all. Check all this out. Billy Cannon. I think he won the Heisman Trophy. Ben Davis, Jim Simon, Dave Lloyd, Tom Woodschick. Drew Pearson, he TTMs for a fee. Gene Upshaw, Hall of Famer. Lyle Alzada, L.C. Greenwood. Jim Plunkett, Fred Blitnikoff, Ken Anderson, TTMs. I think that was the same Gene Upshaw just shared a while ago. I think we got a good healthy stack here now for our little giveaway. Got some beautiful vintage here. Love the 64 set as well. 63 again. Bob Bull, he played for my Braves at one point in time. And Andre Rogers. Glenn Hobby. Danny Murphy. Dick Bertel. Lindy McDowell. Ellsworth. Bob Will. Don Elston. Bob Bull again. See, got him in the Braves this time. Mo Thacker. Jerry Kendall. Ed Bochy. Glenn Beckert. Bob Henley. Adolfo Phillips. Not heard that name before. But I do love those old vintage Cubbies uniform with the Cubby Bear on there. Jim Stewart, Dick Donovan, Bob Keegan. He TTM'd at one point in time. I don't know if he's still alive or not, though. Jack Lambie, Bruce Howard, Pete Ward, Don Buford, Eddie Stanky, Barry. There's Mr. Tom McGraw, not the McGraw, Floyd Robinson, Gary Peters, Ken Barry again, Tom McGraw again, Gene Priest, Al Reese. I love the vintage Gold Cups as well. Gene Stevens, Rosario. Getting tons of each of these sets. I'm digging it. A few dupes here as well to maybe trade for other cards of some of these same sets. Whoops, I dropped one. Who is it? Dom Zaney. All right. Let's do the giveaway for the football. I'm going to give away some football Hall of Fame cards here and do that giveaway now. I'm going to give away these 4 cards to one person. Got Gene Upshaw, Larry Zonka, and Terry Bradshaw, 3 Hall of Fame cards plus an actor slash football player that TTMs. So put in 0 to 99. Whoever's the closest to that number will sit there and win these 4 cards. I will ship this worldwide, so anybody can enter. Mr. Fabian, if you're still here, 0 to 99. Anybody that's in the chat that would like to win these cards, I would love to sit there and give away some cards tonight. If by chance you win these, please do claim your prize within, say, 3 or 4 days, please. And you can reach me by my email and or my Instagram, which is in the description of all my videos. Not this video, because I ain't had a chance to fully get everything ready. I just immediately went live when I got off work tonight because I bought these cards today and wanted to sort through them and say, why not sort through them live? Share some of this awesomeness with everybody else. Only got 2 people entering. You got 11 people watching, so please do put in a number. If you win, please do claim your prize within, I would say, a few days by contacting me via email. What's up, Mr. Johnny? Welcome to the show. So I'm going to use this stack of cards right here. How I do this is I will typically shuffle these cards up a few times. Let me get the whatchamacallit ones out that are in the sleeves to make it easier to shuffle. So I'm going to roll this dice now, and whatever number it lands on, I'm going to go and pull that card. So it's number 4. So 4th card in the deck, we'll use that card. The last 2 numbers on that card will be the card numbers we use. So I got everybody that's in there before mine, 0 to 99, before or after. Put in the number 0 to 99. Jay, if you'd like the opportunity to win 4 sweet vintage football cards, please do so as soon as possible because I'm fixing to, quote, go to that card and pick a winner. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Please stop. Card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4, Mr. James Lofton, NFL Hall of Famer, TTMer, and it's card 365. So who is closest to 65 wins? Whoever's closest to 65 wins. I see BC 16 away. I see Steven at 77 is 12 away. Brandon was 50, was 15 away. Anybody closer? Is it Steven that won? Purple GT 22. If so, Mr. Steven, please hit me up within a few days and I'll ship those out. Now I do have a baseball lot, Hall of Fame lot that I'll be giving away to here shortly. Once I get done with showing the other cards. I bet, Jay. But we'll have a really cool Hall of Fame baseball lot to give away here shortly, y'all. So, Larry Wilson, getting back to the stack of cards now. Jim Bacon, Jimmy Hill, Dom Brum, Jerry Stovall, Larry Stallings, Jim Nance, Lynn Haas, Emmett Thomas, Willie Chambers, Morgan. I don't know if I got one of those in there, but we're going to put a Morgan in here as well in the baseball one. No worries, my friend. I love to sit there and give back. Heck, I got these cards for a steal, in my opinion. All of these cards for $500. I can take these to a card show and sell them anywhere between $1 to $10 a pop, and just make my money easy all day long. Trade them, whatever, Would love to do that. I think Jake Gibbs TTMs. Bobby Kloss, he TTMs. I always think of Santa Claus when I see that name, of course. Ooh, got some 57 tops. Look like people decided they wanted to write on these, but still cool to sit there and see some variety of cards in here. Ruben Amario. Ooh, got me a little Braves team set. Gilbreth sit there in TTMs. I think somebody put all these Braves together because they know I sit there and would probably look through this box eventually. Ted Dabino, he TTMs. All right, y'all, we're getting about 4 or 5 more, probably about 4 more stack this size here, and we'll be done. Robin Yount, Jim Palmer, he TTMs, Hall of Famer. Nolan Ryan and Steve McCatty. I think Steve McCatty TTMs. I know Nolan Ryan sits there and does through his foundation. Mike McCormick, he TTMs. Dale Ernzer, he TTMs. Ooh, some more beautiful 71s here. See if any of these guys TTM that I know about, and the rest I'll just have to look up. Costco, Clarence Gaston. I've gotten him back before, and I've not gotten him back a couple times. Stan Banson, he TTMs. Mr. Acker does for a fee. Or Hoyt Wilhelm, Hall of Famer. Let's go. Phil Necro, Hall of Famer. Jose Cruz, Burrows, Divine. Some more Braves action here. Asatine does. Dave Campbell, I think, does. Gene Carver does. Catfish Hunter, Hall of Famer. Ooh, y'all see that legendary name right there on the 58 tops coming up shortly? Marty Perez sit there and shows he TTMs. I sent some to him, and he wrote me a note back that says this right here. I actually got it right here beside me, so I'll share it with y'all. Adam, ask everyone to send me $5 per autograph, and I send the money to my charity. uh, GA Sheriff's Youth Homes. Thanks, Marty. And he wrote 3 cards because you know what he did? He kept my 3 cards. So, I guess he decided that he wanted to use my cards to sell, to quote, make money. I guess, I don't know. Or he gives them to those Dave Bristol, he TTMs. But check out that beautiful 58 Pee Wee Reese. Basically got it for $1. Does have a little crease here. A little light crease there as well. A little light crease there I'm seeing. But for $1, Hall of Famer, I would take that for $1 every day, all day. Andy Pafko on the 57 tops for my Braves, my Bravos. Charlie Neal for the Dodgers. Bob Smith. Harvey King or Kuhn. Tom Trish for the Yankees. Lou Piniella, he TTMs sometimes. Bob Lemon, Hall of Famer. Bucky Dent, he TTMs for a fee, but I'm not paying it, especially since I done gotten a handful of his cards back already. He does through a signing agency. Jim Beatty, he TTMs. Mike Ryan. Jose Tartable, Danny Tartable's father, he TTMs. Oh, Dave Bristol, another card to send to him. Cool. Love being able to get a few cards of the same player to send to where I'm not just having to send one card out to a guy, which I'm not opposed to sending one card out to a guy when it's a vintage card. Probably so, Johnny. But I've showed a lot of beautiful White Sox cards here as well, including a sweet Luis Aparicio earlier, Mr. Johnny. Some Braves. I'm actually trying to complete a team set for all the Atlanta Braves as well. And for the longest time, I really never collected just certain players. That uh, only certain players like Hall of Fame players like Hank Aaron, Chipper Jones, et cetera, et cetera. Uh, Warren Spahn, Eddie Matthews. I just didn't collect all these other players, but I'm actually trying to collect the tops, base set, uh, each card from each Braves player. In other words, a team set. So this is cool. Going to be able to help fill in a few holes. Bill Grief, he TTMs. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. You seen any of these dupes or anything you need for one of your sets or something other, let me know too, please, brother. Sean Grubb, he TTMs. Got multiple of him. Once again, back to Bill White, Hall of Famer, on a beautiful 69 tops card. Jim Spencer, Johnny Temple. Got some beautiful 59s going on again here. Back to some more beautiful football. Floyd Little. Earl Leggett. Nate Ramsey. Ron McDowell. Jim Dunaway. Sam Baker. Rosie Taylor from my Bears. Rudy Kuchenberg from my Bears. Gaylord Perry, Hall of Famer. Eddie Murray. Rick Camp. Buzz Capri. Daryl Cheney. Those guys TTM. I'm pretty sure I got this whole team set, I believe. Billy Montanez, TTMs. Biff Quoba. Sonny Jackson for the Braves. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Brian Piccolo. I actually got his rookie card, Tony, but I would take another one. Ron Guidry, he TTMs. What's crazy is y'all going to see one of the most iconic Gold Cups, which is a second year card of what should be a Hall of Famer, but many people think he is a Hall of Famer. I'm going to, that's supposed to be in this box somewhere, and I ain't came across it yet. I know I sat there and seen it at the card shop. So, going to be looking for that card here pretty soon, or come across it pretty soon, should I say. Otherwise, I'm going to be questioning what in the heck happened at the card shop when I went to the bathroom. Check out that. Look at all those beautiful Jim Palmers. This guy TTMs. And I got like 10 of those beautiful 84 tops. Ron Guidry, Jim Palmer, and Raleigh Fingers. I've gotten this card signed by all three of these guys twice already. Twice. And I got about 10 of those cards again. Yes, Jim Palmer was my dad's favorite, and Steve Garvey was the two players that was my dad's favorite player. Got a bunch of nice, beautiful 84 All-Stars. Dave Winfield, Joe Morgan, Jim Palmer again, a few more, and then a few more of those as well, just to bam. Eddie Murray, Steve Carlton, Joe Morgan on the Oakland Athletics. I forgot that he played for the A's, y'all. Forgot. Steve Carlton, Don Rudolph, Fred Lynn, some more beautiful 59 tops. Hoping some of these guys TTM. Still alive to TTM. Sherm Lawler. Some more White Sox there, Mr. Johnny. Jerry Staley, White Sox. Sam Esposito, White Sox. A team set going on here. Les Moss, White Sox. Don Dennis, White Sox. Some more beautiful 58s here, y'all. Chuck Tanner. I think he TTMs if he's still alive. I remember seeing some TTM ink of players a few years back. Dave Hillman used to TTM if he's still alive, so I'll put him in the check pile for sure. Brooks Robinson, Yasser Shrimpsky, Brett, Brock, Sam Esposito again, Barry Latman, Billy Goodman, Jim Rivera, Jackie Stryker, or Jake Stryker, Harry Simpson, Dick Donovan. Man, I'm getting a bunch of 60s in here. I love this. Dick Brown, Ken McBride, Turk Lowen, J.C. Martin. Let's go. He TTMs. Ron Jackson. I showed that card earlier. Another Boomer Esiason rookie card. A Lou Brock on the 79. So I got a healthy lot of these right here. These yellow cards. See how many of these guys may or may not TTM that I know about. Once again, this is kind of before my time of watching the NFL. So some of these guys are Hall of Famers and I don't even know it. Some of these guys TTM and I don't know it. Because mainly when I first started TTM and I sit there was just TTMing mostly baseball to start off with. Leroy Jordan TTMs for a fee. I'm going to probably have to send out that beautiful card. Just beautiful. Got duplicates of some of these guys too. I got some of these team cards mixed in some of these things too. Tinglehoff is a Hall of Famer. Cool. Larry Zonka. Eugene Upshaw, a.k.a. Gene Upshaw. Alan Page. Lance Allworth. Mean Joe Green. Zonka. Jack Tatum. Mel Renfro. Once again, I already got that card in the TTM pile. I don't need two of them in there. Bullet Bob Hayes again. Lynn Dawson. Ted Hendricks, CTTMs. Willie Lanier. Wally Chambers. James Harris. Steve Greg Morton. Mercury Morris. Played on that undefeated 17. Yes, Calvin Hill is definitely Grant's. That's a rookie of Tatum. Cool. Greg Pruitt. Art Shell. Harvey Martin. Art Shell again. Bubba Smith. Joe Necro. Don Sutton. Catfish Hunter. Steve Carlton. Galen Cisco. He TTMs. Johnny Clipstein. If he's still alive, he TTMs. So we got to check to see if he's still alive. Another beautiful Gold Cup. Woody Harold. Carmelo Carrera. Danny Murphy. All right, so this other card should be coming up here pretty soon. Looks like I got some more hockey. Of course, y'all don't know I'm a Penguins fan, so I'm digging this vintage Mr. Apps. Hickey. Alex Delavichico. Barry Gibbs. Not Barry Gibbs of the Gibbs brothers from the Bee Gees, but the hockey player. Cool. Thank you, Tony. But check out this beautiful hockey. This is some of the main reasons why I wanted this lot as well. I just love vintage hockey, and it had some Hall of Fame hockey players in it as well. Bobby Clark, come on now. Guy Lafleur. Mr. Brandon, you weren't in here earlier when I showed a couple of Lafleurs. Oh, check out that beautiful 54. Joe Adcock for my Braves, Boston Braves. Let's go. Gene Upshaw, Paul Warfield, Alan Page, Lanier, Jack Ham, Hall of Famer. Look at all these Hall of Famers. Van Egan, he TTMs. Jack Lambert, Mean Joe Green, Gene Upshaw, Bob Greasy, Alex Karras again, Lanier, Carmichael, Lala Zato, Jack Ham, Blanda, Zonka, Mean Joe Green, Corey Hilton, Steve Stonebreaker, Larry Wilson, and Lionel Aldridge. So somewhere down the road, I missed a card. Oh no, I didn't miss it. Or did I skip over it somehow, some way? Guess what? This is the card that I was talking about, and I did miss it. I got this last little stack that I put up here. That's funny, Jay. But I got Ralph Garr, he TTMs for my Braves on the Rod Carew combo card. I set this stack down earlier and just skimmed right over it. Ken Griffey Sr. rookie card. Ken Griffey Sr. rookie card. That's cool. Check out that beautiful dual Hall of Fame card. Tony Perez. Luis Aparicio for the Boston Red Sox, not the White Sox. Oh, y'all see that? Oh, wow. I did not see that card when I thumbed through this box at the card shop. That is effing cool. I got my man, Hank Aaron. Let's go. Roman Gabriel. I think he was a wrestler, was he not? I know there's a Gabriel named, a wrestler named Gabriel, Olympic wrestler. Ooh, Goose Gossage. That's going to be beautiful. But check out that beautiful 71 Topps Hank Aaron. Let's go. Bam. Card number 400 for the 71 Topps set. That is effing cool. For $1, y'all. Pretty much every last one of these cards were less than $1. I'm just going to round it up and say $1. I'm not, Claude or Cloyd Boyer. I've heard of Cleet Boyer, but not this guy. Was his nickname Cleet or something other? The same guy or a different guy? Born in 1927. This is a beautiful 51 Topps. Not 51 Topps, but Bowman 51. Drew Pearson. He TTMs. Mel Blount. Evidently, that's a rookie card. Since it's in the rookie card, I just have to trust it. That's Pearson's rookie card. Cool. But this is one of the coolest cards that I sit there and saw in the box. One of the most iconic Gold Cup cards. Thurman Munson's most popular card because, his rookie card he shares with somebody else. But this is what the card of most Yankees fans and most Thurman Munson collectors sit there and like. So to me, for $1 for that card, I think I can get somebody to pay me a couple of dollars for that card for sure. But what a box, right? And then I wasn't going to buy those cards. I was going to buy these two cards and sit there and took only the money for those cards and I wound up having to buy these other cards on my credit card that I got to sit there and pay off now. But it's definitely worth putting it on the credit card and pay it at the end of the month so I could add this beautiful box of cards with this awesome card, the Hank Aaron, wherever I just laid it at. This nice stack of vintage hockey, all that TTM fuel there, all these other cards here to sort through to see if they TTM plus a handful and tons of cards I done stacked in behind me as well. But it's going to be fun sorting through all this stuff, seeing who does or doesn't TTM. But before I let everybody go, I'm going to give away a Carl Yastrzemski Hall of Fame card, Joe Morgan Hall of Famer, Tom Seaver Hall of Famer, Hack Wilson, Hank Aaron, both Hall of Famers, Roger Hornsby and Ty Cobb Hall of Famer, Fergie Jenkins Hall of Famer, George Brett Hall of Famer, Johnny Bench, Rod Carew. All these will go to one lucky winner. So please put in the chat 0 to 99, pick one number, and we'll sit there and pick a winner very shortly. Good luck, everybody. And thank all y'all for sitting there stopping by today. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice over here real quick. We're going to go to card number 3. Let me find a little stack of cards to shuffle up. Let's use this little stack here. Alan Page. Hey, Brandon, put in the comments stop, and I'll sit there and stop shuffling when you sit there and say stop, Brandon. Please, sir. Yes, I'll show it to you again here in a second, Brandon. All right, I'm stopping on Mean Joe Green. Mean Joe Green. And we're going to card number 3 again. So let's go to card number 3. 1, 2, Jack Tatum. Let's see it. The 2 numbers are 88. My camera's not wanting to focus. There we go. 88. Whoever's closest to 88 will win. Who won? Was it Jay? Congrats, Jay. But I'm going to show these hockey cards once again, since I got a hockey guy here that wants to see some hockey cards, or a hockey card. So I'm going to sort through these right quick. Hey, Jay, same thing. Just hit me up via my email or my Instagram. It's not in the description of this video, but it's in all my other ones. You can find it. I'm not hard to get a hold of. Staying alive, staying alive. Joey Johnston, Greg Shepard. Love some team cards, especially the vintage ones. Mike Bossy. Little quote different team cards there. Nick Levitt. Hey Brandon, I'm sending this out to get TTM. I know he definitely TTM, so I'm sending that out to get TTM. Hall of Famer Marcel Dion. Got Bernie Parent, Ken Dryden. Is this the one you're talking about? NHL goes against average leaders, the league leaders card or whatnot? Or are you talking about that beautiful card? Brad Part, Phil Esposito, Mr. Lafleur. Some beautiful vintage Hall of Fame cards here. I know most of them guys there are Hall of Famers. Oh, Brad Park signs too. Bam. Let's go. Thank you, Tony. Helping me out. I don't have to look that one up. Got two beautiful cards to send out to him. Is he one per? Whoops. About to knock my camera over. Bam. Oh, here's some other Chipper autographs I picked up here recently. Got the 88 All-Star design on card, black bordered, number to 50. Got the Topps Platinum, number to 75 of 75 green. I got the orange, numbered 8 of 25. Then I got this Montgomery Club design, and that is number 230. Some more of the chippers I've been picking up. So he will sign both of those together. Cool. I saved it though, Johnny. I didn't drop it. I just kind of rocked it. Yeah. Sometimes they just in the wrong uniforms, but still legendary players, you know. I know sometimes when I sit there and see I'm drawing a blank on his name though. Pittsburgh Penguins defensive player that played for several other teams that so they say, man, I wish he sure wasn't in the Penguins. Hall of Fame. I'm drawing a blank. I'm sitting there tired, worked all day and wanted to come home and look at all these awesome cards and share them. But I'm gonna let all y'all have the y'all's self a chipper night and sit there and get back to y'all's stuff. So, but I do appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. Please take care, stay chipper, and we'll sit there and see you around. Bye now.